We're honored. We are honored to be hosting this today, and for so many candidates and people interested in job opportunities to connect with some phenomenal companies throughout the Phoenix area in Arizona. So you're going to learn all about the 5 of the fastest growing industries, and I want to give you a couple tips as we get started today. So first of all, go ahead and open up your chat box, and that is on the bottom. If you're on your laptop, that's on the bottom of your screen. There's a little chat icon. Go ahead and open that up, and let's give it a test ride this morning. Why don't you go ahead and just drop in where you're calling us from and the industry or type of job opportunity that you're looking for. Go ahead and drop that off. Say good morning, Ann and Joey, and there's so many people on. Just go ahead and drop that in there. And then the other thing I'm going to ask you guys to do today is to jump out, grab your LinkedIn URL, and drop that into the chat box as well. Since we are currently virtual, we will be coming back to live events soon, but since we're currently virtual, one of the really, really great things to do is for us to be able to connect with each other online. And so if you can drop in your LinkedIn URLs today, then we can all connect with each other. And make sure that it's clickable. And when I say clickable, when you copy it, it should have the HTTP in the front, and then you'll drop it in and it'll be blue, and then we can click on it. We can't copy the chat. We have to close the copy and paste down from the chat for security purposes, but we can click on it. So good morning, everyone. Thanks for dropping those in there. Mitzi, is it Lindsay possibly? Terry, good morning. Oh, great. So good to see all of you today. Our employers and companies are also on the line, and they will be chatting in the chat box as well. As we are doing the first portion of our event today, the panel, I will be asking questions and moderating through a panel, but feel free to drop questions in there. And if we're able, we'll grab some of those questions as well. And if not, the panelists and the employers will respond to those questions during our time today. All right, let's see. So here are just a couple different things. We do suggest speaker view, especially when we get into the second half of our call today, when the employers will be speaking about their company, their culture, and the benefits. And if you want to, you can always change your screen name. And if you can see mine, I have Jessica Pierce Career Connectors. So if you want to have your name there, dash, and then your industry, or your job that you're looking for, something like that, that gives us a little bit more insight. But also make sure to have your full name so we can see who you are, and when you're chatting, your name will come up. All right, remember to drop questions there as we go on for the day. We have this really cool nonprofit supporting us today in closed captioning. And so if you would like closed captioning on the call, then go ahead and scan that QR code that's on the screen. You can actually take a picture of it right now if you would like. But you can scan that QR code or drop that bit.ly URL into your browser with the event ID 4822779. And if you do that, then all of the event today will be offered in closed captioning. We'll show this slide a couple more times today as well, but that if you don't catch it the first time, but we will offer closed captioning throughout our event. All right, so here is our agenda today. We will be spending a half hour with 5 phenomenal panelists talking about 5 different industries that are on fire in Arizona and growing. And so we're going to feature those industries. And then at about 9:40, we're going to start featuring our hiring companies. We have about 20 companies that are going to talk for 3 to 5 minutes and give you a little bit of insight into their company, culture, the type of job opportunities they have available, some benefits, and then how you can apply. You can also catch them in the breakout rooms at the end as well, so you can talk with them one-on-one. Pipeline AZ will come in. When you registered for this event, you registered through Pipeline AZ, and there's some job matching happening on the back end. And so you may be seeing information from Pipeline AZ to your email about jobs you've been matched to. Then I'll close it out with just some event resources, and then we'll move it over to our breakout rooms, and Sheila Coulomb will jump on the line and walk you through how to join the breakout rooms, and then our event will close at noon today. All right, you guys, so this is the first time we're doing this event. We're doing this in partnership with the Greater Phoenix Chamber of Commerce and Build Your Future. and Pipeline AZ, and Career Connectors. And we have brought these phenomenal panelists in today. And so I would like to introduce you to each of them. Steve Zelstra is the president and CEO of the Arizona Technology Council. Welcome, Steve.
Sorry, had to get myself off mute. Good morning, everyone. Great to be here.
Good morning. We also have Paula Livingston. She is the Dean of Instruction and Occupational Education from Australia Mountain Community College. Welcome, Paula.
Good morning, everyone. So great to be here.
Thank you. And Paula will be representing our manufacturing industry. Steve will obviously be representing our technology and cyber industry. And then we have JD Martin. He's the VP and Partner Business Solutions for Corbin's Electric. Welcome, JD.
You guys happy to be here?
Yes, great. Good to see you, JD. JD will be speaking about our construction and trades industries, which is booming. Jennifer Meller is the Chief Innovation Officer with the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation. Jennifer, welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Happy to be here.
Hi, Jennifer. Jennifer will be representing our financial services industry that's growing in Arizona. And then Trevor Stokes. He is the CEO of the Partnership for Workforce Innovation. Welcome, Trevor.
Good morning. Happy to be here.
Great. And Trevor will be speaking on behalf of our healthcare industry in Arizona. So the way I would like to start this is, why don't we have each of you just kind of go through and give us a bit of a 2-minute overview of who you are and your role in your company. So Steve, why don't you get started here?
Great, thank you. Again, Steve Zelstra, I'm President and CEO of the Arizona Technology Council, as well as our foundation called the SciTech Institute, which focuses on STEM education. Arizona Technology Council has been around since about 2002. We're a statewide organization. We have offices in both Phoenix and Tucson. We represent somewhere between 750 and 800 technology companies across the state. Actually have members from Douglas to Flagstaff. And we do 4 basic things. We do public policy advocacy on behalf of the tech industry, represent them at the legislature and with the congressional delegation. We do about 160 programs and events a year. For instance, this afternoon, we have our MedTech conference, our first one that is going to be live face-to-face in 16 months. So we're excited about that. We promote the industry with our own publications, podcasts, and so on, and contribute to a number of other publications in the region. And then we negotiate lower cost products and services on their behalf, things like healthcare and 401k programs and so on. So a comprehensive trade association representing technology companies in Arizona.
Fantastic. Thanks, Steve. Jennifer, tell us a little bit about yourself and Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation.
Yes, well, good morning, everyone, and thanks for having me here today, Jessica. As Jessica mentioned, I am Jennifer Meller. I'm the Chief Innovation Officer with the Greater Phoenix Chamber and the Foundation. And a little bit about our organizations. In my role, I actually serve as kind of the Chief Economic Development Officer for the Chamber, which is really focused on business connectivity. We do a lot in the public policy and advocacy space, similar to Steve, but focused on the broader business community. We also really support business retention and expansion through our economic development initiatives. And then we also help educate the business community through a variety of events and programs and resources there. I also oversee the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation, which is more of the kind of community leading organization, the face of the chamber. And within the foundation, we're heavily focused on education, workforce development, research, and also wellness. And through our workforce and education efforts, we actually lead 6 what we call industry workforce collaboratives. So you're going to hear from the construction sector today through our Build Your Future Arizona initiative. We work hand in hand with Steve Zelstra for an IT and cybersecurity workforce collaborative. You're going to hear from some of our businesses on the healthcare side, both Dignity and Honor, I know are represented today. We have an advanced manufacturing workforce collaborative. And as Jessica mentioned, I'm here to talk about financial services. So very excited to be here today and get to connect with you all.
Awesome, thank you. Paula, tell us about yourself and how you're involved in the manufacturing industry.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jessica. As Jessica introduced, Paula Livingston, I'm the Dean of Instruction and Occupational Education at Estrella Mountain. We are one of the Maricopa community colleges. We are specifically serving in the West Valley, which is one of our fastest growing areas in Maricopa. And we have a lot of companies and employers moving into that area in the manufacturing space. So in my job, I get to work with faculty and staff in developing programs and curriculum that help people get the skills and training that they need to get jobs. That may be a job right after they complete a certificate or a degree with us, or that may be once they transfer on to a university. So I work closely with our university partners as well to develop seamless pathways for our students. In addition to that, I get the pleasure of working with industry. Several industries. I work with manufacturing, but I also work with IT and healthcare and education. So across the board, in helping our industry partners to develop their workforce pipeline. So we can go in and meet with industry and talk about what their needs are for hiring. We can work with them on developing internships and apprenticeship programs if they're interested in that. We can also work to develop programs. If there's certain skills that they need employees to have, we can put together short-term training to address those needs. So you may be saying, why is she representing manufacturing? So that is one of the areas that I work with. We have a program at Estrella Mountain called the Automated Industrial Technologies Program, which is specifically addressing the needs within manufacturing. And we're actually part of a statewide project to increase the workforce within manufacturing. So it's a very exciting time for Arizona in manufacturing. So I'm looking forward to sharing more information with the participants.
Awesome, thank you, Paula. All right, JD, tell us a little bit about your company and your industry.
Yeah, I'm JD Martin. I'm one of the partners here at Corbin's Electric and Vice President of Business Solutions, which really means that I support the parts of our business in the construction so we can go build the things that need to be built. But Corbin's Electric has been around since 1975. We're a specialty electrical contractor, one of the largest in the Southwest. We're competing to be one of the largest in Arizona. And this is a great time to be in construction. This is a great state to be in. A little shout out to the governor, to the Greater Phoenix Chamber, the Arizona Chamber of Commerce, for all the work they've been doing over the last several years to bring business to Arizona, which is great because all of those businesses, all those companies need they need buildings to be built. We support a lot of the industries that were just talked about with Steve and Paula in technology, in manufacturing, in healthcare. We provide the electrical, we install the electrical systems in all of those other industries, data centers, manufacturing with Boeing and the other chip manufacturing like Intel, Banner Health for the healthcare. So what a great time to be in construction.
Absolutely. All right, and Trevor Stokes, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you're involved in healthcare.
Absolutely. Good morning, everybody. Pleasure to be with you. Really appreciate the opportunity. My name's Trevor Stokes. I'm the CEO of the Partnership for Workforce Innovation. We make the world of work understandable. We primarily do that through labor market analysis and research across the country. Have the privilege to be involved in a lot of different initiatives to support basically three profiles as we try to make the world of work understandable. Number one, students and job seekers. We want to make all this robust suite of information that we have available and understandable so that you can make intentional and informed decisions about where you want to go with your career and to eliminate the accident factor in career development. Number two, we support public entities like school districts and workforce boards. We also support policies to make sure that what we're doing in the public sector actually aligns with real world needs for skills that will result in career opportunities for you. And then lastly, we work with employers, developing career pathways, developing career development strategies. And that is where I've recently been involved in a lot of work in the healthcare sector. So I wrote an extensive profile of the healthcare sector for the city of Avondale recently. I'm working with a private company in Tucson to help them develop career pathways to connect them with the talent that they need. Because in every industry, especially in healthcare, talent is the lifeblood of business, and they are committed to that concept of getting the kind of talent that they need to support the growth that they want. And that's what I've been doing with healthcare recently. Really looking forward to the conversation.
Thank you. Awesome. So as you all can see, we have quite an esteemed group of professionals in these specific industries. And I just want to also do a shout out to Arizona at Work, Maricopa County, who helped us pull together this amazing panel and all these speakers today. And so thank you to all of our partners, and we're really thrilled for you each to be here. Okay, what I would like each of you to do is take another minute or two and talk about the industry you're here representing. Tell us, what growth looks like. I know you all don't have a crystal ball, but you have way more insight than we do into what's happening in these industries. So, hey, JD, you want to jump off? Because I think construction is the one that's growing probably the fastest and like crazy right now. So tell us about that.
Yeah, there's no signs of slowing down in the next 3 years. So just a little perspective, we've grown at Corbin's Electric in the last 5 years from 200 people doing about $40 million of revenue to now we have, as of today, 720 employees, and we are going to be pushing 200 million in revenue. In fact, in the last 90 days, we've added 76 employees. And what we need to do is get up to 1,000 employees. If I could do that by the end of this year, we could, and we want to. And that's not because Corbin's Electric has a plan to grow to 1,000 employees. What we need to do is get to 1,000 employees so we can support the construction in this market for all of the planned construction that there is. So really it's just us meeting the demands of our customers. In general, though, besides Corbin's Electric, I mean, we have a deficit of like 150,000 construction jobs right now that could be filled within the next several months. And that includes all the trades: mechanical, plumbing, structural steel, framers, you name it, there's a need for them.
And JD, let me ask you one more question about this. So one of the questions we get a lot about this industry is, hey, this is going to end next year. We saw this happen in 2008, whatever. And so, I've been reading a lot about that, and that the actual people that know what they're talking about, that's not the reality that we're dealing with. It's very different, which I didn't prep you for this, and I'm sorry. I just thought of it yesterday, but is this, what do you have any thoughts around that on, people are scared to go into this industry because of that idea?
Sorry, there you go. I put myself on mute. Yeah, so sometimes I get this question a lot too. Maybe I've missed my mark of becoming an economist instead of working in the construction field. But yeah, the market is different than it was in 2008. With all respects, not just construction, with the financial market, which very heavily feeds the construction market. It's not what it was. And admittedly, we are living with past sins from 2008 when we had construction shrank because the companies shrank, they weren't building, and we lost people in the construction industry. They left construction and they didn't come back. Now, the other thing that we're living with is we have more people leaving construction, that is retiring, than they are coming in. And historically, most people who have gotten into construction, they did so because somebody of significant influence in their lives growing up already worked in construction. Well, as people are leaving, there's less and less people of influence in young adults' lives who are recommending construction as a career, and we are trying to change that. There are no signs of slowing down. One of the best ways to measure the economy unofficially is look at construction and the planned growth in construction. And you don't have to go far. You don't have to dig very deep to see all the planned growth that's happening in Phoenix. So we feel like this is pretty safe. And the difference, not the difference, but some of the things that we like to promote in construction is you can learn a trade, you can learn a skill that cannot be taken away from you. And you can take this skill and you can start your own business potentially. So there's a lot of upsides to construction.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. And that's a great, you can learn a skill that you can do other things with if you choose. So that's awesome. Thank you, JD. I think, Jennifer, it'd be good to jump over to you to talk a little bit about the financial market, as those two industries really play together so well. So tell us about financial services, business services, and the projected growth here in this area.
Yes, so a lot of financial services companies are growing and expanding and requiring new buildings that JD and the construction industry are helping create. So yes, the financial services sector is just booming. Arizona is Phoenix actually is one of the hottest financial markets in the country right now, and actually has been deemed to be kind of the next Wall Street because we're growing at a much higher rate than any other market in the country when it comes to financial services and insurance related jobs. Currently, or in the last year, there's actually been 2,300 jobs posted. And I can say just in the companies that we're working with, they're looking to hire hundreds of people each quarter. So there's no shortage of jobs available within the financial services sector. And it's also a very, very stable industry to work in as well. Some of the work that actually Trevor did for us earlier this year was really analyzing the unemployment across different industries related to the pandemic, and financial services was actually one of the least hardest, or the least hit or least impacted as a result of the pandemic. So definitely a booming sector, lots of opportunity, lots of different ways to enter into the financial services sector, and similar to construction, you can also go to kind of managing your own business and your own portfolio of clients and managing your own schedule.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Trevor, she mentioned you, so you get to be up next. Tell us about the healthcare industry and what your projections are there.
Sure. So right this minute, there are 2,000 more healthcare establishments in Maricopa County than there were 5 years ago. We have 37,000 more jobs in healthcare in Maricopa County than we had just 5 years ago. Every 2 years, the Arizona Office of Economic Opportunity, where I ran workforce programs for 7 years, makes projections about employment for every industry and every occupation across the state. Well, those projections, using 2018 as a baseline and looking out 10 years to 2028, we project a growth of 51.7% in the healthcare sector in Maricopa County. That is a rate of growth that I've almost never seen before. And I've done more than 400 of these regional labor market analyses. And this is a shocking level of projected growth. Specific careers, we are projecting 18,200 more registered nurses in 2028 than we had in 2018. That's just one of the more than 70 different healthcare related occupations that we track in the public labor market system. So far this year, 6 months, we've had more than 62,000 job postings for healthcare related occupations, and we've had more than 11,000 new hires. So the projections The growth rate in the healthcare sector is just astronomical. It's really interesting then, because when you talk about healthcare, that's a very broad topic. So drill down into it with some detail, and I did in preparing for this presentation today. The projected growth we have is primarily in hospitals. We have a lot of the fastest growing industry we see is actually in outpatient mental health and substance abuse centers. It is a fast growing sector, not the biggest one yet, but it is growing at the fastest rate. General hospitals, outpatient mental health and substance abuse, and then one that I'll close with, driven by the shifts in our demographics. The third largest growth industry we've had in the last 5 years is services for the elderly and the disabled. So that is another sector which demonstrates the broad scope of the healthcare sector and the broad scope of the career opportunities available in it that you can explore, that you can prepare for. There are a lot of different entry points for careers in these sectors, but you're seeing growth and a projection for that growth to continue across all of them.
Wow. Trevor, I'm not the best at math, so I need some help here. So you said growth of 51.7%. Does that mean, help me out. Does that mean 51% more than last year? Or like, if there's 100,000 people, we're going to hire 50,000 more people?
The latter, but the numbers used 2018 as a baseline, right? Saying here's what we had in 2018. 10 years out, by 2028, we are projecting 51.7% more jobs than we had in 2018. That's the astronomical scope of the growth that we're looking at.
Wow, that is unbelievable. All right, thank you so much, Trevor. We appreciate that. All right, Steve, let's jump over and let's talk about technology and cyber. I keep hearing Arizona is where the growth is happening for this industry. Tell us a little bit more.
Well, if these other sectors are hot, tech is sizzling. I have been here since 1984. I was in the tech industry until 2000. I've been running tech councils for the last 20 years, including the Arizona Tech Council for the last 13 and a half, and I've never seen anything like it. So whether it's startups, the Arizona Innovation Challenge, for instance, that's run by the ACA, has had something like 1,300 tech startups go through that program over the last 5 or 6 years. The existing industry is just growing like crazy. So you've heard about Intel's expansion, $20 billion expansion. A day doesn't go by where you don't see another technology company moving here to Arizona, particularly from California. And like never before, a lot of those, a high percentage of those are actually headquarters. So I'll just give you some data. We do a Arizona Technology Industry Impact Report every quarter. It measures everything you can measure about the tech ecosystem, including job postings. So in Phoenix, in the fourth quarter of 2020, there were 100,000 job openings in the tech sector. That's not just IT, that's sort of across the tech sector. That's engineers, IT professionals, scientists. That was number one in the nation. Number two in the nation was Tucson, with 40,000 open positions in the tech sector. It's just remarkable. In spite of the pandemic in 2020, the tech industry here in Arizona grew over 6%, which is remarkable. So the growth didn't stop at all. In IT, there are 55,000 open positions, according to IMSI. In cybersecurity, there are over 11,000 open positions. So we've really never seen anything like this. Phoenix, especially, is hotter than Denver, Seattle, Austin, Silicon Valley, Boston, you name the place. we are growing precipitously in tech. And it's not a cyclic industry. It's one that just keeps growing. And think about this, in 2020, if it wasn't for technology, the economy would have stopped. But because of technology, most industries were able to continue to move forward, except for retail and travel and tourism and so on. So we've really never seen anything like it. I couldn't be more excited about it. And I think it's the tip of the iceberg. I talk to GPEC and ACA and Sun Corridor all the time, and they said they've never had a pipeline this stuffed with technology companies. So stay tuned. There's a lot more to come.
Absolutely. You are right. It is so hot. So I just want to, you mentioned GPEC, that's Greater Phoenix Economic Council, and ACA is Arizona Commerce Authority. Both of those organizations are help bring companies to Arizona. And so they have been working really hard. Since I've been in this work for 12 years, I have seen them really work hard to bring great new business to Arizona and then help current business grow.
And the Sun Corridor is the GPEC equivalent in Tucson.
Awesome. All right, Paula, I think you are up to let us know what's going on in manufacturing.
Awesome, thank you. And as I've been listening, and I hope others are hearing how connected all of these industries are, right? As construction is growing, manufacturing is growing, as tech is growing, we're all growing together. And as Steve mentioned, Phoenix is the place. We are positioned so well for so many of these industries. So manufacturing is a key sector and an essential industry for our economy in Arizona. As of 2019, we had 5,200 manufacturing companies with over 177,000 jobs. Over the next couple of years, there's anticipated growth anywhere ranging, just depending on what specific type of manufacturing we're talking about, 3% to 17%. But over the next 10 years, we're going to see some of those specific industries reach closer to 32 and 43% demand for employees. So you've heard already on this call, and I'm sure you've heard announcements, the recent announcements of the expansion of Intel, the adding of TSMC to the Valley. They're bringing, I think, close to 6,000 jobs to the area over their lifespan, right? They're growing five or six facilities. So you're really putting Arizona on the map for the semiconductor hub. But there's a ripple effect to that. Each of those companies then bring suppliers to the area, right? So we're already hearing rumors, whatever you want to call it, about suppliers for those companies that are looking to move into the area. So that means more jobs. The thing with manufacturing is it may not be exactly what you think it is. There are so many high-tech and next level technology advancements occurring in manufacturing, additive manufacturing, that's 3D printing, photonics and optics, robotics, smart manufacturing, autonomous systems, artificial intelligence, you name it. That's all incorporated into many of the components of manufacturing. So Governor Ducey said Arizona is in the midst of a manufacturing boom. So there's so much to be happening in this space. It's really exciting.
That's great.
Jessica?
Yes.
Can I just mention something? There is a lot of overlap between tech and manufacturing because a lot of technology companies make stuff. One of the important things to know about a tech job is that it generates 3.5 other jobs for every job that's created in tech. It's this amplification or multiplier effect. And just to give you a feel, and this is old data now, I think it's from 2018, and I should get it refreshed, but in 2018, the average total compensation for an Intel employee over 11,000 employees was $151,000. That average, that's everyone from the janitor to, engineers and everything in between. So it doesn't get much better than that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Steve, for so gosh, there's so much good stuff here. I'm gonna take a couple questions here and kind of combine them for you guys since we only have about 7 or 8 minutes left. But you know, each of your industries is so deep in opportunity. And I know people, when you think about each of these industries, somebody has like a job type that comes to mind, when we know that there's so many types of positions available. So what I'd love you guys to talk about right now is give us an idea of the careers in your industry. You know, do you have only entry level or professional or executive type of roles? And then can you kind of give us some salary ranges, maybe like Steve, what you just did, you know, give us an idea of what salaries would look like in your industry. So let's start with Trevor. Why don't we start with healthcare?
Sure. So as I mentioned, healthcare, very broad sector, lots of different career pathways. And one of the themes that has emerged in this conversation seems to be the overlap or the intersection between these different industries, right? And that's a point that's really well illustrated in healthcare. There are multiple career pathways. Within the education system, we actually track 5 different career pathways within healthcare. Not all of them deal with helping sick people directly. There are pathways within healthcare that deal only with medical technology or with diagnostics and laboratory work, right? There are pathways that match to an individual's passions and potentials anywhere you look in the healthcare sector. Across all of our job postings so far this year, Maricopa County, all industries, all occupations, about 41% of our job postings specify that they need either a high school diploma or an associate's degree. I'm sorry, I just said that wrong. 29% of all our job postings specify high school diploma or an associate's degree. In the healthcare sector, 41% of our job postings are available to people with either a high school diploma or an associate's degree, including a full 24% of our job postings that specify associate's degree. So there are available opportunities through multiple pathways. You can get into these careers in spite of our maybe perception that this is a very education heavy sector. You have to get a PhD in order to build a real career in healthcare. Simply not the case. There are on-ramps through everything from on-the-job training, volunteer service, associate's degrees, industry certifications, apprenticeship programs, military service. There are a lot of different on-ramps to these very high value careers, and you can find salary ranges that reflect that diversity all the way across the industry.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you. Paula, what about manufacturing? Because I know most people think manufacturing, they either have to be a technician or an engineer, and that's pretty much it. Tell us a little bit about that industry.
So those are really some very common roles within manufacturing, right? So yes, a technician or an operator might be considered an entry-level position. And some of the skills that you would need around that would be like the electrical, the mechanical, maintaining some of the equipment, pneumatics, hydraulics, some of those things. As we see more automation come into manufacturing, we're looking more at the motor controls, the sensors, the programmable logic controls, PLCs. So those employees will need to have those types of skills. So yes, a technician is a pretty generic entry-level position. You can move from there into a supervisory position, a production manager, an operations type manager, and then of course there is the engineering. And each of those would require maybe some additional skills or degrees. Obviously the engineering level requires a much more advanced degree, but a lot of employers have tuition reimbursement programs. So if you can get into the company at one of those entry-level positions, they've got ways to help you advance. And then, you know, they can partner with us at the community college to also get you additional skills that might move you along the pay scale. So there's that as well. The average salary, so for an entry level, it's anywhere from the mid 50 to 60,000, and then up to mid, six-figure incomes for some of the higher ones. But the average for manufacturing in the state of Arizona is $78,000. So it's a really great wage. And as I mentioned before, there's so much more technology infused in this space that if you're interested in technology and problem solving and that, manufacturing is really a great place for those skills to be used.
Awesome. All right, Steve, why don't you tell us about technology?
Okay, so I'll make this quick. I know we're short on time. There's job opportunities for high school kids with high school diplomas that have taken an eight-week coding camp, all the way to PhDs and everything in between. We talked a little bit about average wages, but I'm going to refer to a couple resources on both the types of jobs and the pay associated with those jobs, as well as the pipeline. The Arizona or the Phoenix Chamber of Commerce and the Tech Council developed something called azcybertalent.com. That talks a lot about job opportunities in cybersecurity. And then the Pipeline AZ and the Tech Council just soft launched the IT Cyber Career Network. And again, unbelievable resources. And I want to tell you what the top 10 jobs are in IT. Application software, this is in no particular order, but these are the top 10. Application software developer, computer user support specialists, computer systems engineers and architects, IT project managers, information security analysts, computer systems analysts, database administrators, web developers, network and computer systems administrators, and computer programmers. There are just lots of jobs in all of those professions, and great pipelines to get them to those jobs. Average wages are again in the 80,000 range.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, JD, I am really interested to hear from you about the construction industry and the type of opportunities there.
Yeah, I want to corroborate everything Stephen just said, because almost every single position he just mentioned, we have an opening for. It's hard to believe, like, oh, a construction company uses tech. We are very tech heavy. We do virtual design and construction, that is building information modeling, like 3D modeling. So our tech usage is very high. We have a team that builds mobile workflow applications for ourselves internally. So business analysts and programmers. And that's all great. We actually, if anybody goes to Corbin's Electric website and clicks on open positions, you see there's just a huge need up and down. But the ones I want to talk about are our biggest need, where we're hiring the most amount of people. And that is the virtual design and construction. So modeling. With or without experience, obviously the pay ranges with or without experience, but I think we have, we start out at like $18 or $19 an hour with no experience, and we train, and with experience could be as high as almost $40 an hour. Okay. Project engineers, with or without experience, we do have some people coming out of a 4-year degree program in construction management, but we also we promote from within. We promoted, foremen and superintendents and other people from other parts of our business to become project engineers, with the goal of becoming a project manager or helping out in operations in some way. And that salary ranges from $50,000 to $90,000. The range is pretty big, right? Based on experience and education. We're certainly hiring any electricians right now. Anybody who has experience, several years of working as an electrician, but certainly anybody coming from another state with a license, it's top dollar there. In Arizona, it's almost $40 an hour is what we pay, which is well above the average journeyman rate. And then apprentices. So this is one I want to highlight, because most people who want to get into construction or become an electrician become an apprentice with an electrical contractor. You will go to school, you will get paid during training, you will learn a skill in this industry in 4 years or less, depending on some background. And we start out paying our apprentices out of school, well, while they're in school, $18 or $19 an hour, which is above the minimum, which is $15. And they will graduate making in the mid 20s, so $25, $26 an hour. And the potential is super high from there, because we promote from within. So anyway, that's just a small sampling of the positions we have available and the kind of the salary ranges.
Awesome. So much great opportunity. Buildyourfuture.org is also an organization that will help with pipeline positions, with industries, within construction and the trades that you might be interested in. So I encourage you guys to check that out too. All right, Jennifer, you're going to bring us up, round us out here, talk to us about the financial services industry, because almost every time I talk to anyone about the financial services industry, their response to me is, I don't want to be an agent. So tell us about that.
Yes, we definitely hear that a lot. And I think the entry point for a lot of financial services careers is that incoming call center type of role, where you are very client facing, interacting with different customers. But there's very, very quick pathways into more of the kind of investment banker type of positions or financial managers that everyone wants to be in. And it is a very quick pathway. So there's lots of different opportunities within the financial services sector, whether it's being a personal banker or being more of that incoming financial services representative. But it's a very, very quick entry point as well. So a lot of these companies do not require a degree in order to get into their position. But they are looking to get you licensed so that you can move into those more advanced roles very quickly. And so they're looking for people that can pass a Series 6 or a Series 7. There's a variety of different licenses that are available. We actually worked with the Maricopa Community Colleges, and specifically Scottsdale Community College, to launch a program called the Securities Industry Essential Exam. And that's actually kind of the first stepping stone into a career in financial services. Scottsdale Community College offers this program in a really quick 6 weeks. Everybody that's gone through the program thus far has successfully passed their SIE exam. And if you pass that exam, you are almost guaranteed to get hired into a career in financial services. Companies are looking for individuals that have great customer service experience. So if you have that, personal connection with folks, these are definitely great career opportunities that are available. And just to put in some statistics as well, salary ranges are anywhere from $34,000 is the median wage at the entry point. But financial services managers, the median wage is about $108,000. So there's a huge gap there and an opportunity to expand your career.
Jennifer, I have a question for you. I heard that Arizona is on the precipice of becoming #1 in the nation in financial services. People have a really hard time putting their head around that because it's always been New York and New York City as the epicenter, but is that true?
Absolutely true. Arizona is projected to be the next Wall Street. And I just drive down the road and see the new Nationwide building that has been developed up in the North Phoenix area. And there are massive buildings like that are being developed every day, and new companies that are moving into the market because it is such a booming sector in Arizona.
All right, you guys, you all have done phenomenal. I hope everyone on the line can see how these 5 industries specifically just kind of interweave together, and why Phoenix is literally hot. I mean, we're not just hot. It's 110 out. Like, we are hot because we are growing. Steve said sizzling. It's true. We all think, why are so many people moving here? Well, industry drives that, and that is what is happening in Arizona. So you guys, thank you so much. We are recording this event. We'll be blogging this event to get the data out. And so thank you again for being so knowledgeable and sharing your expertise. We appreciate you being here today. And virtually, this is how we all clap. So everyone on the call, thank you. We appreciate you guys. All right, now we are gonna move in. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take each of these industries that were just featured, and we're going to feature some of the companies in Arizona that are hiring and that are looking for talent. So we'd like to start with the IT and cybersecurity industry. I'd like to welcome Nick Belinsky with Digital Intelligence Systems. He is the Veteran Delivery Manager and Lead IT Recruiter. Welcome, Nick.
All right, thanks for having me, Jessica. And I'm always kind of short and sweet to this point. But as far as kind of being able to help the audience navigate the IT industry as best as I can, as short as I can, the simplest way is if you want more information, just email me direct today. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible, set up a quick conversation, walk through what you're targeting, what you're looking for, and answer questions with roles that we have are go live available right now, and then maybe roles that are coming out very soon that we're forecasting. But also my goal and job with DICES is to bring a lot of that remote capabilities to Arizona to help employ our state's candidacy pool even more. So there's a lot of great talent that sits here in Arizona. So I'm trying to bring those openings here so you can work here in Arizona for the roles that may be, in different regions. So that's a lot of the work that I end up doing and try to navigate, given the skill sets. And then some of the skill sets that I have that are available right now are in the next slide, just to kind of give you an idea what that looks like. Everything from your typical engineers to coordinators, even technical recruiters and account managers that I'm hiring for throughout the region. Happy to have a quick conversation with you. It doesn't need to be perfect. You don't have a perfect resume right now. I'm happy to walk through it individually with you and then get next steps as fast as I possibly can. So this gives you kind of just a quick snapshot of what I have available right now that's go live, and then be able to help you with that as soon as possible. So I'll let our other employers take some time too. Thank you, Jeff.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Great openings. Thank you for sharing those with us. Let's move over to Joe Lawrence. He is with Godaddy as the Manager of Diversity and Military Talent Attraction. Welcome, Joe.
Hi, good to be here. So Godaddy, I'm not sure, you probably have heard all about us there in the Phoenix area. We have offices in Gilbert and Tempe. We used to have a Scottsdale office, but we just relocated that to the Tempe office. So that is now our official headquarters. We basically, in a nutshell, we help entrepreneurs all over the world. We have over 20 million everyday entrepreneurs that trust us with their business and are our partners, and we partner with them to help them grow their business. Especially this past year, we've helped them a lot with growing their business online since shops have had to shut down or close the doors for in-person traffic. And then we have over 82 million domains within our company. So we support a lot of customers and a lot of domains as well. And we have over 9,000 employees worldwide. And we are always adding to that it seems like every month we're having a new acquisition. So we're excited to be a part of this. In terms of what we're hiring for, we have customer care positions, we have technical representatives that we're looking for at our care centers to help these entrepreneurs. We also have corporate and technical positions within our kind of our corporate and technical functions. So software developers, marketing directors, engineers, things of that nature. So if you're looking for an awesome career and an awesome company with great benefits and amazing community support and giving back to our communities, and actually you get to walk away from the office every day or from your home and know that you did something good for these entrepreneurs. So you get to leave work happy that you made a difference in somebody's life. So I'm gonna let the schedule get back up to speed, and thanks for your time. Check us out in our breakout room.
Awesome. Thank you, Joe. So I just want to mention real quick, the inbound, a lot of your initial entry-level positions are inbound sales and technical support. And then there's also career pathways and additional opportunities at GoDaddy, of course, but a lot of times these are your inbound pipeline positions. Is that right?
Yes, and there's always room for job growth as well. We've had people that were in the care center that have actually moved up to a technical position or something in marketing or something of that nature. So there's lots of potential of growth and learning and development programs that we have to offer here.
Awesome. Thank you, Joe. You can apply online and then connect with Joe on LinkedIn as well if you'd like to get in touch with him, and he'll also be in the breakout room. All right, Sean, welcome. Sean is with LiveRamp as a talent acquisition partner. Sean and I have known each other many years, and this is a great new opportunity for him. And he's been there, he transferred here recently. So welcome, Sean. Welcome, glad to have you today.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me be part of this. Yeah, I'm one of the recruiters over here at LiveRamp. LiveRamp is one of the largest companies that nobody's ever heard of. So we are in the ad tech and data connectivity space. We are based out of San Francisco, but part of that IT boom here in Phoenix. We are a company that is moving out here and opening a new office here in the Phoenix area. It still hasn't been made public exactly where that is, but I do have a little bit of insight on that. We're investing in a multi-million-dollar office here, probably somewhere in the East Valley. What we do in a nutshell is we're that data connectivity platform that helps, all industries, healthcare, retail, marketing. We're that company that helps get that return on investment on that marketing. So as far as opportunities here in Phoenix in IT, these are some of the examples that we're hiring for out here. We are adding more jobs out here in IT in the Phoenix area just about every day. One of our early career roles is the technical support engineer. Starting salary for that is $76,000 with 10,000 in RSUs or restricted stock units. Yeah, it's awesome. One of the big things is our culture. We are very proud of that culture. We are one, we did get certified as, one of the great companies here, to work for. So please connect with me during the breakout room. I did post our link to our career site. And if you'd like to connect with me personally, I did post my LinkedIn as well. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Sean. I believe you are one of the most admired companies in Arizona. Is that right?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah. Our friends over at Best Companies AZ, I know you guys work with them. And so I just want to stop for a second and say, these are 3 of the featured technology companies we have. But most companies in Arizona are looking for technology talent as well. And so these are specific to IT, but again, many of these industries we're featuring are embedded within all other companies as well. All right, thank you. We're going to move over now to the construction and skilled crafts industry. And I'm excited to have you guys hear from Paul Sanders. He's going to talk a little bit about what the Greater Phoenix Chamber is doing and Build Your Future. So welcome, Paul.
Thank you, Jessica. The Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation and Build Your Future are really thrilled to participate in this Arizona's fastest growing industries event. The Chamber Foundation did a research study on the 2020 state of the workforce for the Valley, and construction represented 7% of the total employment for the Metro Phoenix area. Now, that is greater than the manufacturing, professional, scientific, and technical services, and it's equal to the total employment that's needed for the finance and insurance industry sector. And of course, we've heard how that's growing. If you could go ahead and click the slide there for me, Sheila. Great, thank you. I think we're 2 slides ahead. Can you back up a couple for me? Back up again. Okay, can you back up 2 more, 1 more, so we can get to the workforce thing? There we go, thank you. As I was telling you, you can see the segments that are represented here in the total workforce. And another interesting fact, with construction representing 7%, our tourism, which is a major economic driver for the state, as well as accommodation and food services, is only 1% higher than that percentage of folks in the construction industry as far as employment is concerned. So you can see it represents a lot. Sheila, if you could click to the next slide for me, please. Okay. So a study that we did in the construction sector nationwide in cooperation with the National Center of Construction and Education, that research projected Arizona needing 155,000 construction jobs filled by December of 2022. Now, our most recent study that came out in February, and if you'll click to the next slide, Sheila, the numbers that we need through 2024 have gone to 228,000. So that's a 47% increase just in 1 year worth of research data. JD really alluded to this about the phenomenal rate of what we're growing here in regard to the construction sector. So if we could move on to our next slide, Sheila. Now, another important thing, many of you heard, and it was mentioned today, about the Intel expansion and the TSMC, the Taiwanese semiconductor chip manufacturer. Those two projects alone are worth 12 billion and 20 billion, which are huge numbers in regard that are going to be needed for construction and skilled craft related jobs. And that's not part of that 47% growth. So we have huge numbers that are really necessary with that right now. If you could move to our next slide, please. These are just some representations of some of the fastest growing careers that are there. You know, we talked about those total numbers that are in there. We need 38,000 carpenters. We're going to need 28,000 masons, 17,000 in regard to electricians, and we're going to need 9,000 in regard to heavy equipment operator. Just those four right there are 90,000 of the 228,000 number that I was sharing with you earlier. So this really is a prime time for folks who may be looking to transition into another industry or considering what their career options may be and how that can be applied. And of course, technology was already mentioned. So as you can see, we are one of the fastest growing industries in the state, and Arizona ranks up there in some of the largest ones nationwide. So I'd just like to thank the five companies that are going to be representing here. They're all Build Your Future Arizona investors. And so we're going to go ahead and turn that time over and let them move on to their introducing their companies. Thank you, Jessica.
Yeah, and Paul, I dropped the URL into the chat, but would you also tell us again what's the correct URL for Build Your Future?
Real simple one is just byfaz.org. We'll take them right to it.
Awesome. BYFAZ, like buildyourfutureaz.org.
Yep.
Paul,
Exactly.
we appreciate partnering with you and helping us bring all these companies together. So
Our pleasure.
First company I'd like to introduce you all to is 3G Construction. Mike McCreary is here. He is their vice president. Welcome, Mike.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. 3G Construction, we are a small business. What I've heard a lot today is presentation on very large corporations. We're a relatively small business. We have about 600 employees. We're family owned and operated, second generation. We like to say that we have sawdust in our blood. It's something that we really enjoy. We love the trade and everything that we do. A couple of if you'd like, you can just kind of progress through the slides. You know, 3G, I put that first slide on there because 3G, yes, that stands for 3 girls. And I just put that on there because we have a very personal attachment to our business. Myself, an owner, our superintendents, our general managers, we play a very active role in not just operation, but also growing individuals. Our mission statement is providing quality carpentry to all builders through hard work and team efforts by dedicated principle-centered individuals. What we love about our trade is that every day we get to actually see what we accomplish. So as a carpenter, whether you're installing doors or baseboards, or a rough carpenter if you're building standing walls or putting trusses on a roof, when you get in your vehicle to go home, you can visibly turn around and see what you accomplish. These are some of that's the slide that you just advanced through were some of our vision. Sorry, go ahead and advance through. Opening positions that we have rough carpentry, trim carpentry, door shop that's in a controlled manufacturing environment, office and administrative, our wall panels. You know, we've heard a lot of conversation about technology. We have infused a lot of technology into our business. We have Similar to Corbin's Electric, we have designers that design our walls and our roof systems, that export those files to automated saws that have printers in them, that have really advanced and allowed us to control quality and increase output. And then, of course, we have a lot of mechanic positions to maintain all of the equipment that we run day in and day out. We are some of the employee benefits. We are a drug-free company. There's lots of opportunities to advance. An individual that enters in at an entry-level position as a laborer or a beginning carpenter in 2 years can advance themselves to a foreman, and then a few years after that can be an assistant superintendent or a superintendent. We do have a pretty incredible training program where we run individuals through classes to teach them the mathematics behind carpentry. So we have a great structured carpentry training program, and then all of the other benefits, 401k, health, dental, life, paid time off, a healthy work environment. We really like to play an active role in our employees' lives and helping them use work to grow, just to be a better person. These are just a few wages. First year earnings, $32,000. That kind of just walks through the progression. Second year earnings, about $37,000. And then really, after their first 2 years and learning is when a lot of their wages begin to increase. I heard a lot of averages thrown out there, and during the presentation, I ran averages, and our average employee last year made $72,000. So, I guess one of the things that we pride ourselves on is learning and teaching the trade. That is a skill set that you can take with you for the rest of your life. These are a few positions that you can work into after becoming a foreman. Panel designer, superintendent, estimator, other leadership roles. And then I think we're going to hear from David Jones at Pulte. Oftentimes our foremen or superintendents will progress and move to be superintendents or director of operations at some of the general contractors. So you can find our website at 3gconstruction.com and check us out on Facebook.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We appreciate you sharing those. I love seeing the kinds of salaries that are possible from entry level on up. So thank you so much, Mike. We appreciate you being here.
You bet.
All right. Just as a reminder, if you logged in later on the call, you can drop your where you're calling in from, your industry you're interested in, and your LinkedIn URL in the chat box. And we are all connecting with each other. And so it's kind of cool to be able to connect with people, even though we're not face-to-face today. So now I'd like to introduce Christine Nelson. She's the HR manager with Alta Southwest. Hi, Christine. I think you're on mute. Let's see.
Sorry.
There you are.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for asking us to be included. This is a learning experience for me because I am 1 month old at Alta and I am new to the industry. So, and we have extra slides because the marketing department did this for me. So bear with me. Basically what we do, we are a geotechnical service in the construction business. What that means is we do both geotech work, which involves engineers, professional engineers, and land surveying, licensed land surveyors with their support teams. We will do everything for all of the companies coming to Arizona. We're going to check out your soil. We're going to make sure you have the proper building materials so that all of the employees, when they come to work for you, are safe in their building. And can we advance? There we go. We provide civil service engineering services. Some of what we do includes pavement rehab, site design, street design, civil drainage services, construction administration, planning and feasibility studies. And let's advance. On the survey side, we are making sure that all the boundaries are correct. We will add aerial photo controls for you, design surveys, utility surveys, 3D laser scanning, codadic control surveys, and serving mapping. And yes, I'm reading that because I have no idea what it is, but that's what we do. Next slide. In structural inspection, once the building starts going up, we're going to be looking at things like proper concrete usage, masonry, structural steel materials and construction, post-tension systems, fireproofing, everything that goes along with that. Next slide, please. So to make all of these things happen, we have construction-related positions, field technicians, both in material testing. We have offices right now in Las Vegas, Tempe, Tucson, and Sierra Vista. We actually could probably, in addition to Tempe and Tucson, use field techs in the near future in those offices. Survey crew check for Sierra Chief for Sierra Vista, immediate need. CAD survey draftsman, Tucson and Tempe, immediate need. And then we do have a special inspector in Tempe, and that will be an experienced job. The field techs, the engineering techs, the CAD survey draftsman, we will hire and train you. You will be under the direction of professional individuals who've done this work for a while. And we will also assist you in any fees with certification testing. And one of the things that we do like to mention is, once you are certified, you can look to an increase in pay with Alta. We are very much a small company, 90 employees today. We look to double or triple that within the next 2 to 3 years. We are turning business away because we do not have the staffing to get the business done. So we are all about bringing anyone who wants to get into the construction or engineering field. We will teach you, we will help provide you assistance in getting your certifications at an above market rate with excellent employee benefits. So that is who we are. And I hope that everyone will go to my LinkedIn or to our webpage and check us out.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. One of the questions we didn't get to on the panel is about transferable skills and experience. And so specifically with this industry, you're an actual example. It looks like maybe you came from aerospace and finance background, and now you are in the construction field. So congratulations on that.
Well, thank you, Jessica. Actually, I came from Major League Baseball.
Oh, Major League Baseball.
Yes. So, but yes. So anybody who wants to talk baseball, give me a ring. But yes, as far as transferable skills, we are looking for people who might want to change jobs, who enjoy this type of work. Also, if you have a military background and you're a recent or experienced vet, these positions will often speak to the skills that you acquired during your military service. And we'd love to have you part of our team.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. We are going to welcome back JD Martin, VP of Business Solutions for Corbin's Electric, to talk specifically on their jobs. Hi, JD.
Hi. Yeah, mine will be quick. You guys heard a lot about Corbin's Electric already, but I wanted to emphasize that, like many of the companies in construction, we will train you. We will train you. We will send you to if you want to become an electrician, an accredited apprenticeship program, and you will have a certificate at the end that is recognized by the state of Arizona. And it's a great industry to work in. I wanted to highlight some of the things about Corbin's Electric, our culture. We very much we want to hire for cultural fit. If you think about it, we can train you to do just about anything. What we're looking for is people who appreciate the culture, We are bold. We are a little irreverent, and that's okay, unapologetically. And we want to make an impact in this industry, in the industry as a whole, and certainly in Arizona. But our colors are copper and gray, and these are really the colors of our industry. As we install, steel pipe and copper wire, and then we have a little pop of green. Our core values, we very much, we talk about all the time. They're not just words that hang on a wall. We talk about these all the time. They're part of our development plans, our one-on-one conversations. We reference back to these when we're holding each other accountable, even in just daily conversations. But if you notice, the first letter of each one of our core values actually spells pride, which lends itself to our iconography with the lion and everything. But we are empowered thought leaders, and we're boldly changing the construction industry. The next slide has our open positions that I highlighted earlier. But if you go to our website, you can use the QR code there, or text Join the Pride to that number there, or check out our website, and you'll see a lot of, we have 38 unique positions, unique job descriptions that we're hiring for right now. Most of them in Phoenix, some in Tucson, some in Albuquerque, which is our 2 other offices. But we'd very much like, if you think that you'd be qualified for these positions, apply, and we'll very much like to talk to you guys about how you could fit into Corbin's Electric, the construction industry. We'd very much like to talk to you. And then the last slide is just my contact information. Reach out to me, send me an email, look me up on LinkedIn. More than happy to answer any questions. And then I'm hosting a breakout session later, so pop on in, ask questions. I'll be more than happy to talk to you guys.
Thank you, JD. One of the questions that was asked in the chat earlier was the availability of internships or apprenticeships without people that don't have training. And I love what you said earlier about you guys actually pay people while they're in training, and then once they start, there's a pretty significant increase in pay to be going to do the work. So that is a phenomenal way to attract talent and people that care about your company and your culture.
Yeah, and just one more thing, Jessica, I'm glad you pointed that out. The apprenticeship program that we use is a Western Electrical Contractors Association. What we do is we actually hold class for 2 weeks straight. It's basically, it's a 2-week class. You come into the week office for the 8 hours, and you are concentrating on learning, and we pay you while you're in school. We pay you your wage while you're sitting in class, as opposed to some other apprenticeship programs where you are going for a couple nights a week for a couple hours after you've already worked your 8 or 9 or 10-hour shift, and you're not paid during those hours. That's something different. That's some way that we're differentiating our ability to shore up learning and training at our company in this industry.
Fantastic. So cool. Thank you, JD. All right, we're going to move over to Pulte Homes. David Jones is the VP of Construction Operations. Welcome, David.
Thank you, Jessica. Good morning. So I just want to talk to you guys a little about Pulte Homes. We are a national home builder, one of the largest ones in the country. So been in business for 60 years and built hundreds of thousands of homes. Pulte is a very reputable company. When you look at national home builders, we pride ourselves on not being the biggest and not being the fastest, but trying to strive to be a very quality-driven, customer-driven company. Go ahead and flip. We are located in 50 markets, and you can see the states that we're currently operating in. We are based in Atlanta, Georgia, but our main office here in Phoenix or in Arizona is actually located in Scottsdale. But you can see we are scattered across the country here with a lot of opportunities, and there's a lot of different markets within each state that we act in. Phoenix and in Tucson is where we operate currently in Arizona. And here's what we stand for. There's a lot of people talking about the corporate culture, and this is what we stand for. Honesty, integrity, quality, and diversity, and really the open communication and teamwork is what makes us different. We heavily invest in our customers, and we heavily invest in our employees. We were voted one of the top 100 employers to work for just recently. So we're something we're very proud of and looking to extend that honor for the oncoming years. Here's something unique. I know JD talked about a training program and what that means. So this position here, which we're looking for right now, opportunities for people to be a field manager. So this is basically what you're known as a superintendent. Pulte calls them field managers. But when we onboard people, you're assigned a mentor, and you go through a robust 12-week training program to teach you how to build homes. And to be clear, we manage the process. So if you're hired in this position, you're not out there swinging a hammer. That's where we have a trade contractor that's employed by Pulte Homes, for example, Mike McCreary that mentioned earlier with 3G. They're the actually ones building the structure, or having something like Corbin who's actually wiring the homes. But that being said, you're actually managing the process. You're really out there interacting with all the trade contractors that Pulte hires, as well as being a liaison for the customer. But we really invest in this training program. So, a lot of companies kind of just send you out there and you're thrown with a senior superintendent. You just kind of tag along, where we actually have a part of our training is bookwork, as well as assigned a mentor, and really a step-by-step process trying to educate you on how to manage the construction of a home. Okay. Go ahead and flip to the next one, please. And the other positions that are available right now is as a sales consultant or sales trainee. Again, this is something that I run the construction operations side of it, as well as customer care, which we are hiring those positions as well. But the sales consultant and trainee is another opportunity with Pulte that they hire quite a few of. It's pretty obvious, you're selling homes. So again, an onboarding process of 14-week, very, very parallel experience to what you would see on the field manager side, where you're assigned a mentor and walk you through the steps and create that opportunity if you be successful. And we have great benefits. Here's some of the ones after you've been here 30 days, starting day 31. There's tuition reimbursement that others spoke about, 401k, home purchase discounts, flexible spending, on and on, company match with your 401k, but there's a lot of benefits to go along with working for a great company. We can be reached at PulteCareers.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, but we're looking forward to, people that have some transferable skills, as was mentioned earlier. So we take people that don't know anything about building a home, but they have a inspired mentality and they can communicate. We'll teach you how to build a home. So looking forward to those that are looking for an opportunity in home building, and we'll sure as heck meet with you and see what we can get worked out. Thanks for your opportunity to speak with you today, Jessica, and the rest of the team.
Thanks, David. Wow, really exciting opportunities. This is just so cool to see all of you guys offering these great apprenticeship and training programs. Thank you again, David, for being here. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we have one more in the construction and trades industry we'd like to feature today. Jessica Lazaro is HR recruiter with Sunland Asphalt and Construction. Hi, Jessica, great name. Thanks for being here today.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me. It's great to be here and hear everyone and all the job opportunities they have. I will say, just like everyone that we've kind of heard from in the construction industry, we need more people in the construction industry. And so we are always hiring. So a little bit about Sunland Asphalt. We've been operating since 1979. We do work here in Arizona, but we also do work in 5 other locations all over the Southwest. And we are currently the largest asphalt contractor in the Southwest, if not the whole US, but definitely the Southwest. We just recently merged with Ace Asphalt to become that largest in the Southwest. So we're in the middle of the merge and getting all of that taken care of. We have some ambitions to continue with our acquisitions, so we're always building and moving up. And so we have lots of room, not only for our employees that we want at ground zero, but also to move up in the company and to have those lateral movements, and then also higher movements. So here we accept, people in our jobs at any level that they're at. This is kind of some career pathing here for if we have any younger applicants here. Kind of gives you some estimates about how much money you can make depending on where you want to go. And then also the route that you want to take. We have jobs that you can hire directly from coming right out of high school, and then take routes that way to promote or go within the company. There's also apprenticeships available through our organization. And as some of our others have mentioned, we pay for that. And we also pay you wages while you're in the apprenticeship. So, it's a good opportunity if that's the route that you want to take. And then there's also, the college route. Sometimes we have our applicants who go to the college route and then they become those, PMs and estimators and things like that. But we do also have our field guys who come in as a field and then promote into those positions as well through one of these other directions. So lots of opportunities here. On the next slide, we'll show the different positions that we have available. This is by no means all of them. I think we have about, I want to say 70 jobs open right now. Some of them are quite, intricate, but a lot of them are just equipment operator type positions. We have grading crew positions, a lot of field different positions. If you're just starting out in the field, you can always start in our seal coat crack seal labor positions and then move up from there. We also have office positions. So if you're not in the construction industry, we do have that customer service position open. And we also have a marketing position. We have an IT position. So, feel free to stop by if that's something you feel like you're interested in. We're hiring, I think, IT help desk, systems engineer, and then marketing coordinator. So lots of different opportunities at our company right now for different positions. And then I think this last slide talks a little bit about, was that it? That was it. So back to that last slide, it did show a little bit about our benefits too, showing that we have a 401k match with our employees. We have paid PTO starting from day one that you have 2 weeks, I think, for everybody standard. We have the obviously medical, dental, all of that going on. We have competitive weekly wages that we pay. And then we also offer all of our employees a standard life insurance benefit. And then we also have short-term, long-term disabilities available. So lots of good benefits there. Anyone who's interested can always go to our website at sunlineasphalt.com/careers. And then you can find all of our open jobs there. And then there's also a QR code there that you can scan to get there. I'm going to drop into the chat box in a minute a QR code card that you can just get from there from a file. And then I'll also add to that our phone number because I have a question for that in the chat. I will be in the breakout rooms, and we are going to have lots of our employees available there to talk about these different industries. So if you want to learn a little bit more about what's going on there, we'll have some of our PMs there. We'll have some of our division managers there to be able to talk to exactly what it would be like working in one of these different careers.
Thank you, Jessica. Wow.
So, thank you.
So that is a review of some of the companies here in Arizona that are in the construction and trades industry. So thanks for being here today. We really appreciate it. All right, we are moving over now to the financial services industry. And as you guys heard at the beginning of the call in our panel, Jennifer Meller from the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation said that the financial services industry is the #1 in the nation right now. That is just crazy. Arizona Wall Street. I don't know what they're calling this, but that is so crazy because we think of New York as the place to be for financial services. So we're going to hear from some of these companies about the opportunities. And first, we'd like to hear from Julie Bandre. She is a corporate recruiter for Alaska Federal. So welcome, Julie. Julie, I think you're on mute if you are talking. She's working on it, guys. I see her working on her computer to get it off of mute.
Good morning.
Yep.
Great. So sorry. Thanks for having me today. As she said, my name is Julie Bandre, and I'm the corporate recruiter with Alaska USA. I'm excited to have a little bit of time today to tell you who we are and some of the opportunities we have here with Alaska USA. Alaska USA was established in Alaska in 1948. We currently have branches in Alaska, California, Washington, and Arizona. We serve more than 700,000 members in 50 states and around the world. We offer a full range of financial services. Members have everything in one place with our company, including checking, savings account, consumer loans, and credit cards. In a growing number of our locations, Alaska USA also offers business service, personal insurance, real estate loans, and as well as mortgage loans by Alaska USA Mortgage Company. Alaska USA has always been committed to recognizing its employees as one of the most important assets, and working for Alaska USA is more than a job. It's a long-term career with a financial institution that's been serving various communities for over 70 years. Some of the opportunities currently available, but not all inclusive, I'll just highlight today, are our Member Service Center Specialist. The Member Service Specialist position will provide professional knowledgeable and courteous service to our members through telephone inquiries. Some of the duties may include answering inquiries, providing information on all types of account loans and other credit union services. We also have financial service representatives, and some of their duties include processing various transactions, establishing new accounts, and assisting with consumer loans. And that would take place in the branches. Special credits control officers perform collection activity on assigned accounts. As an operations support specialist, some of the duties are to provide administration and special accounts types like IRAs, trust, and business accounts. And then a system analyst will collaborate in the analysis of system-specific requirements and back-end processes of technology solutions. We have several positions that only require a high school diploma or a GED, while we also have various other positions that may require certifications, equivalent work experience, or a college degree. So we have a variety of positions available at this time. And as mentioned earlier from several of the speakers, we have many positions in IT as well. Some of the employee benefits that we provide here are matching of 401k, medical, dental, and vision, paid time off, paid sick leave, of course, tuition assistance program for anyone who wants to further their education, and an employee bonus program that's based on a combination of company performance and service scores. So that is an extra added bonus for everyone in the company. I have our QR code here today. Please go ahead and scan it to complete an application online. You can reach me at recruiter@alaskausa.org, and I will also drop our link into the chat box. I look forward to speaking to any of you who have any questions.
Great, thank you, Julie. It kind of cracks me up that Alaska USA is hiring in Arizona. Can you just tell me, I mean, talk about the difference of weather, which site you're going to pick. But can you tell me, are your positions, do you actually have a building in Arizona, or are you remote positions?
No, we have a Glendale Operations Center, approximately 59th Avenue and Bell Road, and then our branches are located all throughout the valley.
Awesome, thank you for clarifying. Well, we're so honored to have you here today. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks so much.
I believe you'll have a breakout room, is that right?
We do not this time, as my partner is out of the office, but we look forward to doing it next time with several of our divisions.
Awesome. So Julie, you can get her at our recruitment email address. Thanks again for being here today.
Thank you.
All right. It's a miracle, but we're almost on time. We're just behind a couple minutes. So thank you to all of our employers for keeping things moving along. I'd like to introduce you all to Lindsay Ardale. She is with, she's in the talent acquisition team with Freedom Financial Network. Welcome, Lindsay.
Hey, thanks so much for asking Freedom to join you all today. So We are a financial company that empowers individuals to move their finances forward and helping consumers with their debt resolutions. We have been voted 10 times as the best places to work, which is phenomenal, with a company that has been in business since 2002. So that's really good trending there, and speaks about who we are, and we'll talk about who we are on the next slide. We actually lead with our heart in everything that we do. And we believe that our people are actually the key drivers of defining our market. What does our innovation need to look like in our success? We strive to nurture that inclusive, caring culture, positioning everyone to thrive and do their best, which is when the company thrives, and the environment and culture thrives as well within there. We work every day, and we're committed every day to provide a work that's meaningful and impactful in helping our everyday Americans just move forward to a better financial future and getting them out of debt. We have over 2,200 employees. We do have 2 locations right now in San Mateo and then in Tempe. As I mentioned, we do have our core values here, but everything we do, we lead with the heart. And then the money will come. And these concepts, they define who we are, how we behave every day with each other and with our customers. Next slide. We also have some ERGs, as many companies do. We have 4 as of now, and we're really leaning into our employees to say, what else do you all want? Where can we help? Where can we improve? But regardless of how many ERGs we grow to, the focus of them is awareness and education, that personal and career development, mentoring, and of course, community outreach. So regardless of how many ERGs we get, that will always be our focus for each of them. Next slide. We have a few perks listed here. It's not all inclusive, but we have 12 weeks of new parent leave, medical and dental. We also offer pet insurance because we know many individuals have fur babies. We do have 401k matching, employee discount program, and a Freedom Family Fund. So in that way, if there's a family in need, we're able to help out. Some really cool vacation benefits that we have here. So you're eligible for paid time off for your birthday. You get accrual vacation days. You actually get 9 holidays paid time off. You get 16 hours of paid time off to do volunteer work. And then just recently, we are eligible now for Juneteenth as a national holiday. So that actually bumps it up to 10. Next slide, please. We are hiring a lot in a variety of different areas for tech and data, marketing, sales, customer service, loan servicing, and operations, in a variety of positions within each of those areas. Most of our positions that we will see growth in over the next 3 months will be in our loan servicing area, our customer service, and our sales. Scan the QR code, check us out, see why we have been voted the best place to work 10 times, and we would love to have you join the Freedom Financial family.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, Lindsay. We've worked with Freedom for many years, probably 7 or 8 years now, and so many of the people that have gone through Career Connectors have landed there, and it's just a great place to work. All right, we are going to move over to GM Financial. Deanna Benson is a talent advisor with GM. So Deanna, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me. Okay, well, I'm going to get started. I want to let you guys know I'm a talker, so I'm going to try to go as fast as I can. I may steal some seconds. But today I just wanted to make this as educational as possible for you guys. So we'll slide over to the next slide and I will let you know about GM Financial. And basically what we do, if you're curious, what is GM Financial? We work with GM. We are an affiliate of General Motors, and we're basically the captive auto finance company where we're the premier provider of those auto loans and those auto leases for those that want to finance and get a vehicle. And we work very closely with the dealerships. We educate them in regards to our products, to our values, our incentives, just to get people getting our GM vehicles. And then going to the next slide, just wanted to go over kind of different careers, and we put degrees on there, but it's really just maybe just any interest that you have. We typically have 4 business segments, and the first one's going to be dealer, and that's the one that's just going to be helping build those relationships with our dealers. The second one is going to be corporate, and that's the one that's going to be enabling our business to succeed and to function vitally in providing that support. The third one is consumer. We like to say that's the front line. They're the ones with the consumers. If they have any problems, any questions, concerns, that's the group that's helping in the front lines. And then lastly, we have IT, and that's not me. I am not tech savvy at all, but that's the group that's tech savvy. They're helping us push forward in regards to IT and innovation. Okay, so then the next slide is just going over current openings. So I'm actually in Texas. I'm the cowgirl, but I help out in regards to the Chandler office. And if you look in the middle, you can see common positions that we do have available, as well as if you look at the top, you can see the position that we are hiring for right now. Right now, customer experience advocate, it's hot. We need them. We are hiring like 25, and then we have approval for another 25. So we need you people. So please feel free. But basically what you're doing as the experience advocate is you're that person that is going to be helping out with our customers, providing them a good experience. Again, if they call in with any questions, any help, you'll be that person that's helping them out with that. And personally, I like to say this is a great entry-level position. This is great for you to get your foot in the door. We're very big on internal promotion and internal movement. I personally started off as a funder, which is a common position that we hire in Chandler. And now I'm here. So you could be me someday. You can aspire. But also, if these jobs don't sound like a good fit, that is A-okay. We do have additional positions available at our GM Financial Career website, which there's a link for that on the bottom. Feel free to check that out and see if there's any opportunities that sound like a good fit for you. And that is also our most up-to-date link. So check that out. That'll be the most up-to-date in regards to positions and spots that we have open. And then next, just really wanted to go through the application process because some people are like, great, I want to apply. And you're like, how does this work? Basically, we use iCIMS, which is our tracking application system. And basically, we invite you guys to create a profile on there. Now, we typically, and there's a lot that's on here, but typically, you know, when you do see a position, just make sure that you check and make sure that you are qualified for the role, make sure your resume is updated, and apply when you can. And then once you do apply, typically what we do as talent advisors, we review it and we say, okay, you're a great fit. So the next step would be to invite you to complete an on-demand video. And again, tech savvy, not me, but basically what you're doing is we invite you, there's going to be virtually about 5 or 6 questions that you answer those, and then we'll review that information. We'll also give you a call just to verify you're okay with the pay, the hours, remote or not. We'll go over that with you as well. And then if that sounds good, we move you forward. Bless you. We move you forward to a virtual video interview with the hiring team, and they will talk to you. Also, really quick, I did want to throw in intern positions. I know some people were asking about that. We do have that availability here. Currently, unfortunately, it is a summer program, so we already have those spots filled. But you know, next summer, if you're in school, if you're getting your master's, if you have a kid that you want to have an internship, that is a great opportunity for you guys. Now, you do have to be in school. That is one of the requirements, but that is a great opportunity that I did want to let you guys know about that. And that process is very similar to the full-time positions. You would do the same thing. All right. One more slide and then I'll be done, I promise. This is the last one. This is just connecting with us. Feel free to follow us on LinkedIn. We have the socials. Follow us on social media. Feel free to utilize the QR code that is provided. If you click that, that will take you to iCIMS, which will get you to that profile so you can create and get in our system. And if you want to reach out to me, email me or us at intern@gmfinancial.com. I know it says intern. I'm actually on the university relations team, but all that to say, if you email that, that'll go directly to me and my teammates, and then we'll be able to get your resume, shoot you over, and get you to the right place. Also, go Suns.
Yes, for sure. Well, thank you, Deanna. One of the great things I love about how we've this year we've had to be virtual, and one of the good things that has come out of that is recruiters, they're recruiting for Phoenix positions, even if you don't live here, are able to connect with Phoenix talent. So thanks for being here. We really appreciate you guys. All right. We are going to move over to Robin Hood. Chadwick Albert is here, and he is the customer team lead in Tempe. So welcome, Chadwick.
Thank you very much, Jessica. Good morning, everybody. I just want to take a second and thank Jessica being outstanding hosting this for us, and Sheila in the background rocking and rolling. Certainly appreciate y'all for everything you're doing for us. My name's Chadwick. I'm here from Robin Hood, Tempe location. Certainly excited to be here and talk to everyone and tell you a little bit about Robin Hood. I'm a team lead in the customer experience world. We established our presence here last year, late summer-ish, and have been building out quite exponentially here in the last couple of months. So looking for folks all across the board. I'm mainly speaking about our customer experience world here today, which is where I live, but also IT positions, engineering positions, compliance, recruiting, just across the board as we build out. A little bit about us. We're a financial industry company. It's fairly new on the radar in terms of some of the more established places, quickly climbing up a lot of lists, favorite employers and great places to work, which is exciting. I can certainly attest to the culture. I feel like we have a really inviting culture. It's a dynamic environment, again, because of the growth that's moving so fast. And I'm extremely happy to talk about, especially our customer experience pathway program, which doesn't require you to have a license or financial industry experience per se to come on board. We know a lot of times in these, in our industry at least, the companies require you to have such and such experience or these type of licenses and certs to come in. While we are certainly a landing place for that type of talent, we've opened our doors to folks who may have the desire, but maybe not the background for it, right? The skill set and the passion, but maybe not a degree or certification behind it. We believe in our mission to democratize finance for all. And for us, this is just, it runs parallel with that mission in terms of opening our doors to talent across the board. So extremely happy to be here and talk about it. You guys can find me on LinkedIn, Chadwick Albert. Yes, Chadwick, like the late, great Bozeman. And also we'll have a breakout room in a few with a couple of our recruiting partners. So excited to talk to everybody and chat with you and get to know some of you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. Good to meet you. I'm glad to have you here today. All right. I know Robin Hood is an exciting company to work for. It's been cool to watch you guys grow and land here and grow. All right. Inez, I'm so excited to have you here. It's been a while. So Inez Browning is with Voya Financial, and she is a senior consultant in the talent acquisition team. Welcome, Inez.
Thank you, and hello, everyone. I'm glad to be here. My goal today is really just to share with you about Voya and also talk about opportunities that are open. So I'm going to do a really quick business overview, talk about benefits, what you can expect in this opportunity, and what next steps are. I'm ready for the next slide. Okay, so Voya Financial, we help Americans plan, invest, and protect their savings to get ready for retirement. Our goal is to be America's #1 company for retirement. We have 6,000 employees, about almost 15 million customers. And then you see the information about our revenue. So we're a growing company. I'm in Chandler, Arizona. I have opportunities here, and I'm going to go over those as well. Next slide, please. This is right here, it's just talking about the different segments. And so we have basically 3 main segments there. the corporate and shared services has been removed, but we definitely have opportunities in those areas as well. So that would cover IT and human resources. But our wealth solutions, health solutions, and investment management, we have investment management in Chandler and in Scottsdale. Next slide, please. Okay, our promise to you, first of all, we have a very in-depth training program. It'll be from 6 weeks to 10 weeks, depending on the role that you'll come into. We focus on, one is going to be the orientation, getting familiar with the organization, our benefits, policies, and procedures. And then it's going to really, this is going to be for more of the customer focused positions, but I'm really focusing on customer service, defining our contribution plans, our quality monitoring program, systems and tools, and also support for our customer service advocates. We have ongoing training, and I'll get more into that, but in here just talks about a few of those items. If we can go to the next slide, please. These are some of the awards and recognitions that we've received, quite a few of them, and I'm very proud of all of them. Next slide. Okay, so I'm going to talk about our customer service opportunity when I'm hiring for in the Chandler area. I have positions that are going to start as soon as July 12th, and then August, September, October, all the way throughout the end of the year and the beginning of 2020, we'll be hiring for these opportunities. Our salaries are going to be between $38,000 a year and $40,000 a year. There is a incentive program where you earn up to $300 a month based on performance. Also, all of our benefits start the first day of employment: medical, dental, vision. We have 2 retirement plans, 401k, which starts first day of employment, and Voya will match our contributions dollar for dollar for the first 6% of eligible compensation. We have a retirement pension plan that also goes into effect the first day. And Voya opens that up, and they fund that, no contribution from us. And in 3 years, you're fully vested. We get 4 weeks of paid time off in a full year. That's uploaded up front, so there is no accrue period for that. Now, the positions that start in July, it's going to be prorated, so it's not going to be uploaded to 4 weeks, but 2 weeks will be uploaded. We also get 40 hours a year to do volunteer work in the community, and Voya pays our salaries during that time as well. We observe the New York State Exchange calendar, so we have 10 paid holidays off a year. And we also have lots of growth opportunities. For the customer service position, this role is career path. There's a plan called Destination U. And Destination U looks at you discovering your interests, also where you can go in the organization, what skills that are needed to develop yourself, and also pursuing them. And so they have some really in-depth things. And if you come and visit me in my breakout room, I'll really go more into that, because it's really a wealth of information and great opportunity to grow your career. Again, the training is going to be from 6 to 10 weeks, depending on the role. We're a Monday through Friday operation. We do not work weekends. Our shifts are going to be from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then we have also another group that's for our employee benefit group, and they're from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. They're hiring as well. Next slide. We're going to pass on this. I can talk about that if you come into the room. I'll share about the day in the life. Information there is about how to apply. There's the job number, but you can just go to voya.com/careers and put in Chandler and do a search. You can also just put in Arizona. You can see the opportunities in investment management as well. Currently, we have about 119 positions open in the Arizona market. And I hope to see you in the breakout rooms. Thanks.
Cool. Thank you so much. Good to see you again. All right. I am excited to now transition over to the manufacturing industry. And as you heard earlier, the growth is phenomenal. We're looking at like a 32 to 40% demand for employees in the next 10 years. in manufacturing. So, all right, companies, we are behind by about 5 minutes. So if any of you want to make up a little time, we would be good with that. No pressure, Drew.
No pressure whatsoever. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce you to Drew Wildridge. He's the VP of Finance for Bergman Precision. Welcome, Drew.
Good morning. Let me tell you quickly about my company. We are a metal manufacturing company. We take sheets of metal and transform them into medical carts, crash carts, and similar type of items that you'll see at a hospital. They're also at long-term care facilities. So we take metal, cut it, bend it, shape it, weld it, paint it, and produce everything from scratch until the final product. We're located near the airport. So we're at 40th Street in Southern. So pretty much downtown, relatively easy commute on a bus line. There's a bus stop right in front of our location. And there's also daycare that's nearby if daycare is a concern for an employee. We are a little different than most places. I like to make sure that the individual that wants to work for us can actually get to our location, because realistically, Phoenix is a big city. If you can't make it, or it's going to cost you a lot of money to get to our location, then you probably should look someplace else. So we do walk-in interviews every day between 7 a.m. and 11. You show up, we'll give you an application to fill out, and we'll interview you that day. And hopefully for some of the plant level positions, we'll hire you that day, and perhaps you'll work the next day. For the plant positions, they're 10-hour shifts. They're Monday through Thursday. We don't work on Fridays. The shifts run from 6 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So you have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. Sometimes their overtime is available if you're interested. The current positions I'm looking for, and those are some of them, I'm looking for a payroll/HR specialist. That's someone to assist me in the admin side of the house. I'm looking for a plant assembly supervisor that can manage a assembly line that we currently have in the plant. Customer service, we are looking for individuals that have computer expertise that can take calls from my salespeople, enter orders properly, and make sure that the end customer that's using our carts get what they desire. And then I'm always looking for warehouse individuals that have forklift experience. Would prefer that they are certified, but if they are not, if they have some forklift experience, we'll get you certified. But we prefer that at least you've gotten behind the wheel and quasi know what's going on before you show up. And we're always looking for assembly personnel that can assist on our lines to make things, to produce things. We will train you. You don't need to know anything. We have all the tools. You're working on a team. You're not working as an individual. You're working with other people around you. So I find, even though I'm sort of a loner, it's good to be out there interacting with others. It makes the day go by faster. And you also need to be able to work well with others, obviously. And lastly, I'm looking for a bilingual clerk to assist in our planning department. They need to be bilingual because I have an operation in Mexico that we need to communicate with. So with that said, I'm at 40th Street in Southern. I'll be in a breakout session. Again, walk-in interviews. Just show up, 40th Street in Southern. We'll get you the exact address if you need it. And we'll interview you that day and get you working the next day. Thank you very much for your time and this opportunity.
Thank you, Drew. Appreciate you being here. All right, we're going to move over to Dexcom. Michaela Druitt is a senior recruiter. Love what you guys do. Welcome, Michaela.
Thank you so much for having us. So yes, Dexcom, we are a medical device company that produces continuous glucose monitors for patients with type 1 diabetes. We've been open for 22 years now, since 1999. Our headquarters is based out in San Diego. We are a global company. Today, I'm going to be focusing more on our Mesa facilities. We do have 2 open now. I don't know if anyone rides the 202 often, but you'll see this big Dexcom hiring sign off of our new distribution center. And then our manufacturing site is off of Dobson and Broadway. We are a 24/7 manufacturing facility with a lot of positions. Currently, we have 160 positions just in Mesa alone that we're looking to fill, from entry level all the way up to director level. We have manufacturing that we're looking for, material handlers that we're looking for, and then we use automation, robotics to help build our products. So equipment engineers, technicians, anything in regards to software, electrical, mechanical. We are working on programs to help teach students from college to learn the automation side of things for technicians. So that's a work in progress, because I think that's going to be good moving forward. We do have a process analyst position that we are looking to fill as well. And just to give a little bit of an insight, we are growing so fast. Within the next few months, we are going to need to fill 100 manufacturing positions every single month. And we will be opening up a significant amount of supervisor positions on first shift and second, and lead positions as well. To give a little bit more of a background, like about 60 lead positions. So there is a lot coming for the rest of, that's just into this year, going into 2022. Dexcom, fast-paced environment, but our culture is very collaborative, cross-functional. We are really big on diversity and inclusion, trying to work very closely with our community colleges and ASU to really just partner with them to get people into Dexcom and understand what we do. I would say we're a family environment, work hard, play hard, enjoy what we do, passionate about our patients as well. That's our vision. Our end goal is to make sure that we produce the best product that we can for our patients. So I am going to keep it short just because of timing. And if I will be in the break room, join me and I will answer any questions that you have.
Thank you so much. Great having you here today.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to move over to a company I hadn't heard of before. And so super excited to have Marisol Delgado here. She's a corporate recruiter with Forms and Services. Welcome.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. I appreciate it. And Jessica, you're not alone. A lot of people have not heard about Forms and Services, and I am here to tell you guys all about us. So a little bit about us. We are based out of West Phoenix. We're on 75th Avenue and Roosevelt, and we do our interior manufacturing here. So we're a manufacturing company. We have about 200 employees, 4 buildings here in West Phoenix, and we do interior wall panels, wall cladding, elevator interiors, elevator doors, regular doors, columns, fixtures, mostly for commercial real estate. We have our headquarters based out of Pennsylvania. So they're in Pittsburgh, and there they have about 350 employees. And our Pittsburgh facility does all of our outdoor product manufacturing. So everything from signage manufacturing, outdoor site furniture, so tables, chairs, benches, sunshades, lighting, transit shelters. And then we also have a manufacturing facility in India, and there we have about 100 employees, and they support all of our international clientele. So we do all of North America, they do international, and they do both interior and exterior manufacturing. So that's a little bit about the company. So what we do is we provide our company, if actually you can back up one, Sheila, go back one on the, there we go, yes. So what we do is we provide our customers with beautiful systems for their commercial real estate needs. So all of the work that we do is custom work, custom design, and our systems include, as I mentioned earlier, wall cladding, light plane panels that light up and have some beautiful artwork on them, elevator interiors, and these are not your basic elevators elevators. These are very beautiful artwork, fancy elevators that you can see in a high rise or, you know, in some of the fanciest buildings all over the world. Interior panel walls, glass with a lot of decorative design, columns, and even some mobile glass for your office needs, you know, like what dry erase board type of glass. Some of the pictures that you see here are some of those beautiful work that we can do. And these systems, if you go to the next slide, our customers can select from a very large variety of surface products that will allow them to express their creativity through the different types of surface materials that they can choose from. So we offer all types of glass, all manufactured in-house. So our assembly technicians are actually, and our operators are actually building this glass from scratch here in our manufacturing office. So you can see, you know, taking one simple piece of glass and forming it into a beautiful, intricate design. And we can do the same thing with the metal. We have bonded metal, wood veneer, all kinds of different metals and glass that all of our employees would be working with. So they get to do all this artwork that they can see, you know, in the future as they're walking through the Wynn in Las Vegas or an airport in Chicago or wherever our systems are going to end up going. So that's a little bit about the company. So some more about our careers. So we are looking for people who are passionate about what they do, that they want to turn a job into a career. So we have tons of positions in manufacturing, you know, assembly technicians, welders, machine operators, quality control. We have industrial engineers. We have project managers on site. We have architectural sales teams. We have a marketing team, HR. So pretty much, you know, full service company right here in your backyard. And the current openings that I'm in need of, these are immediate needs, all full-time first shift. So our shift is 6 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. plus overtime. We have forklift drivers, we have quality inspectors, press brake operators, we have metal finishers, packaging assistants, assembly technicians. I actually just added a couple others that aren't on the list because those just came up recently. So welders, wood finishers, and I know I'm running out of time. So we do have full benefits, so medical, dental, vision, 401k, vacation time, and we have a really neat career track program that will review you at every 4 months, your first year, every 6 months, your second year, that will give you advanced pay and a lot of cross training. So I'll be in the breakout room and I'll put all of my contact information there. That way, if anybody's interested, you guys can come see me and we can chat more.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And I just want to say kudos to manufacturing. You gave us back 5 minutes. So we're only behind 3 now. Thank you so much, Marisol. Okay, we're going to transition over to healthcare now. And if you guys remember, Trevor gave a lot of stats at the beginning of this call. He said there's currently 62,000 job postings open in the Arizona for healthcare industries. And then he said, the growth is going to be 51.7% by 2028. So major growth in the healthcare industry. And I would like to introduce you guys to, well, not introduce you to Banner, because I'm sure if you're in Arizona, you know Banner Health. Mark McGurl is here. He's a corporate sourcing strategist with Banner Health. Hi, Mark. Oh, I think I hear you. You there? We are not hearing you, Mark. I can hear you trying. Not yet. Maybe it's your headset. Yeah. See if we can. Oh, wait. Talk again. Try again. Not yet. Shoot. Mark, I'm going to give you a minute, and Deanne, I see you. I'm sure you're ready. So I'm going to move over to Deanne Russell, and then we will come back to Banner. Maybe you need to reset, Mark. Try that, and then we will come back to you. Unless there's somebody else on the call from Banner that wants to step in. Okay, Deanne, we're going to move on over to Dignity. The other major healthcare system in Arizona is Dignity Health. We are honored to have Deanne Russell. She is the System Vice President in Talent Acquisition. She's also one of our board members for Career Connectors. So I love when we get to have you here. So welcome, Deanne.
Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate the invitation and the introduction to the presentation this morning. I'm also joined with two of my coworkers, Bethany Malinowski, who is joining us as an HR intern for the summertime, and also Jessica Cosino, who is our talent acquisition expert for Dignity Health at Home. So for everybody on the call, I just want to welcome you guys to Dignity Health. I'm sure everybody has heard our Hello Human Kindness commercials over the last couple of years. We were founded in 1986, merged with Catholic Health Initiatives back in 2019 to form one of the largest healthcare organizations in the country. Right now, under the Common Spirit Health umbrella, we have 137 hospitals across 21 different states, 160,000 employees, and we support over $4 billion annually in charitable care and community benefits. Next slide. I'm going to do my best to get us back up to speed. Dignity Health in Arizona has quite a large footprint. We have several hospitals, or we have 6 major hospitals in the Valley. We have 4 urgent care centers, 12 freestanding emergency departments, and 50 clinics across the organization. Within the 50 clinics in the 50 clinics within the state, 14 different specialties. Okay, in addition to our hospitals, we also have a very large corporate presence as well. And the one thing that I really want everybody on this call to take away is to help you guys understand that healthcare and hospitals are like little cities. So we're just not hiring nurses and doctors and certified nursing assistants and so on and so forth. We also have positions like we have our own fire department. So we have our own fire inspectors. We have our own police department, so to speak, with our own security guards. We have our own HVAC representatives, plumbers, painters. We have a ton of different positions that are not traditionally known in a healthcare setting. So I wanted to make sure everybody understands that there's opportunity in healthcare. Dignity Health as an employer is an excellent place to work. I've been with them over 21 years. We were named a top 21 best place to work by Ranking Arizona. We've been traditionally nationally recognized as a US News and World Report Best Hospital. We have several other awards that we have received. As an employer, we value diversity and inclusion. We have a commitment to our veterans. And the one unique thing that I love to share with everybody now that we are Common Spirit Health is that you have the ability to transfer to any Dignity Health or Common Spirit Health facility across the state. So, if you're looking to relocate to another state, we have 21 of them that you can choose from. Next slide. Some of our benefit highlights. Of course, we have your traditional medical, dental, and vision benefits will go in are effective the first of the month following 30 days of employment. We have employee life insurance. We do have a pension plan and a 403B that is really unique in the healthcare setting. Most only have one. We do have tuition assistance, PTO, paid holidays, employee assistance program, anything that you can think of. We have outstanding benefits, a lot at zero premium for our employees. And again, career mobility is a highlight for us. Some of the careers that we're currently looking to fill, and again, this is for our corporate offices, our Dignity Health at Home, as well as our Dignity Health facilities across the Valley. We're looking for registered nurses, home health LPNs, rehabilitation therapy professionals, of course, radiology, laboratory, and pharmacy, and patient transportation. For those that are non-patient facing, food service, facilities and plant maintenance, information technology, and user support and cybersecurity, because we do know that technology is a growing demand.
Did we lose Deanne?
Sorry about that. She'll have to unmute again.
I don't know who muted me.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Anyways, we have a lot of opportunities here in the Phoenix Valley. Please visit our website, dignityhealthcareers.org, and also visit with us in our chat room later.
Thank you so much, Deanne. I know your team is going to be available. We were just having some feedback and had to shut down and mute everyone and brought you back in. So sorry about that.
No worries.
We appreciate you being here. I think we're going to jump over back to Banner now. Mark messaged us and said he's ready to go. So Mark, are you on the line?
I am here. Can you hear me?
All right. Yay. Welcome back.
I'll try.
He is with Banner Health.
Thank you. I'll stay off the video. I don't know. It crashes every time I try it. So, but thank you. So, yeah, I'm the sourcing strategist here at Banner Health. I support our corporate team. I've been here about 5 years. I've been a recruitment specialist, corporate recruiter, supporting different lines. So that's kind of what my path here has been. As far as our overview goes, we are about 52,000 employees strong. We do operate in 6 different states. We have recently got a little creative and started turning a lot of our positions remote. So we're starting to branch out to different states for that. And then, you know, we are one of the largest nonprofits in the United States. We're more than just hospitals. We do have primary care. We have our own insurance division. We have a lot. So next slide, please. So here's kind of our reach and what we have going on. So again, we're more than just hospitals. We have urgent cares, primary cares, imaging, acute critical access hospitals. So with that, you know, we're 50,000 employees strong, which means, you know, we obviously have a lot of openings. We have a little over 3,000 openings. We have about 70 recruiters. We have 6 on the corporate team that supports the 300 openings for that. And then the rest of them are going to be our facility recruitment team supporting the clinical operations at our facilities. Next. So again, with kind of what we offer, we have our own insurance division. We have our ambulatory, so that covers like our urgent cares, primary cares, pediatrics, things of that nature. We do have acute care as well, so that's going to be our hospital networks. Post-acute is going to be our durable medical equipment, skilled nursing facilities, and then we also have services. As far as lab goes, I'm sure some of you guys have seen like Sonora Quest Laboratories. That is one of our affiliates as well. And then recently we have been focusing more on diversity and inclusion. We do have a team that we have built out over the past 2 years that focuses solely on that. We recently created team member resource groups for veterans, women in leadership, multicultural, the LGBTQ plus communities. So we've created those pages and those interest groups for, you know, expanding our diversity and inclusion in Banner Health. Then as far as our benefits go, we're pretty competitive as far as being a nonprofit goes. We have a plethora of things in there. Most of it's going to be your standard benefits packages, but we do have the 401k, which you can vet immediately. That's for full-time employees. We do have part-time and per diem employees that can utilize a 403b. So we do have different things for different areas as well. And then our current opportunities that we're looking at, again, we have 3,000 openings. I can't even list what we have. So it is anything from executive level all the way down to our call center type positions. Most of it's going to be our facility-based clinical positions. So a great need for nurses and doctors, as always. But we are always looking for human resources, IT, a lot of corporate umbrella type positions. We are currently hiring mostly in the Phoenix area, a lot of Northern Colorado, and a lot of our rural areas. We recently acquired the Wyoming Medical Center. So we're still, you know, figuring out what we're doing there, but we do have a good footprint in a lot of our rural areas as well. And then if you're interested, you can always reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'd be more than happy to, if you actually, you know, uncover a position that you do feel you're qualified for and are interested in. I can always get you in contact with that specific recruiter because, again, we have a lot of recruiters. So it can be a little daunting to find out who owns that position. But you can check out our openings on the Banner career page. And then just how we interview, a lot of our interviewing right now is happening over Microsoft Teams via video. So always be prepared for that. We utilize like a behavioral-based question assessment. So always be prepared with your examples on, how excellent you've handled situations and things of that nature. But that's pretty much all I have. This inbox on the last slide, it's always manned by our sourcing team. So if you have questions, just generic or even specific questions, you can send them to employment@bannerhealth.com, and we'd be happy to help you out however we need to.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mark.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, we're going to move on to Honor Health now. It may take us a minute to get through over to Honor Health, but Leah Hill is the Workforce Development Consultant. Welcome, Leah.
Good morning. Thank you, Jessica. So glad to be with all of you today. As Jessica mentioned, my name is Leah Hill. I'm a former recruiter, and I currently liaise with the talent acquisition team to build pipelines and partnerships into Honor Health employment. So basically what that means for you is I have jobs for everyone, and I want to work with each and every one of you to help you secure one of those employment opportunities. Next slide. So just a little bit about Honor Health. We are locally based within the Phoenix area. We've had opportunities to expand, but we've decided to focus locally and focus on quality rather than quantity. We have over 12,700 employees, and we are very fortunate that last year during the pandemic, we were able to offer 2,000 career opportunities to job seekers. We have an inpatient rehab hospital. We're opening a behavioral health facility later this year. Our 6th hospital opened last year, and our Neuroscience Institute at our Osborne Medical Center just opened 2 weeks ago. So growth is very big at Honor Health right now. It's a very exciting time to be an Honor Health employee. Some of you who may be familiar with Honor Health and be in the Phoenix area for a long period of time know that we were John C. Lincoln Health Network and Scottsdale Healthcare that merged in 2015. And this is where our locations are throughout the Valley. As it mentioned on the last slide, we do have a commitment to our veterans, persons with disabilities, and workers of all ages and backgrounds. And so we not only walk the talk, but we really reverberate it within our patient care as well as in our employee experiences, our commitment to diversity, inclusion, and belonging. So 6 hospitals throughout the Phoenix area is what you're looking at on this map right now. That's where the purple H's are. From the Carefree Highway down to Osborne and Scottsdale Roads approximately. And then we have the 3 hospitals in Scottsdale, Osborne, Shea, and Thompson Peak. And then our 2 additional locations in addition to Sonoran Crossing at the Carefree Highway, John C. Lincoln Medical Center and Deer Valley Medical Center in Phoenix. And then over 90 medical group locations throughout the Valley. Specialty care, primary care, urgent care, immediate care, as well as our Virginia G. Piper Cancer Care Network. And you'll also probably start to see, if you haven't already, our partnership with FastMed Urgent Cares throughout the Valley. Next slide. So if you're looking for a life-changing career, we have many opportunities available. I'll echo what Deanne said from Dignity. We are also like a very small city, many opportunities, clinical, non-clinical, full-time, part-time, remote, on-site, and everything in between. We have over 1,300 opportunities available, and they are posted at honorhealthjobs.com right now. But those that you see on the left-hand side of this slide are just the ones that are hot or trending with immediate opportunities at this time. And if you'd like to go ahead and apply, you can apply for as many positions as you'd like. You can do that at honorhealthjobs.com. Our job board does change twice a day, Mondays through Fridays. And then positions are posted for a minimum of 3 calendar days. If you would like more information, and please excuse my little coworker in the background there, but if you would like more information, like to connect with me personally, please do reach out to me. My contact information is on the slide in front of you, and more information about Honor Health can be found at honorhealth.com, and more information about our incredible, very affordable, high quality benefits can be found at honorhealthbenefits.com. So I'll put a lot of that information in the chat box. I will be hosting a breakout session later this morning, so I invite you to come connect with me personally. And I wish you all the best in your job search. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Leah. Great. Okay, we are now moving over to, you guys have seen 3 of the major health chains in Arizona with Dignity and with Honor Health and with Banner Health. And so now we're going to move over to Maricopa County Correctional Health, and Chabeli Cabrera is an HR analyst. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. Can everyone hear me?
We got you.
Awesome. Hi, so thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate it. Yes, so my name is Chabeli Cabrera. I am the HR analyst for Maricopa County Correctional Health Services. So Correctional Health Services, what's it about? So Maricopa County has over 50 departments. One of them is CHS. Correctional Health Services is an industry-leading healthcare organization for the incarcerated population. Our department culture promotes collaboration, continuous training, and flexibility. We challenge our team to spearhead initiatives, break down barriers, and advance their expertise. So Correctional Health Services is not your typical hospital setting employer. Working with underserved population is challenging, but yet rewarding. In CHS, you are working with one team. That means your teammate is either your leaders, your clinical colleagues, the officers, even the inmates. So expect to be challenged. CHS is going to provide that. So next slide. Oh, thank you. So CHS has growth opportunities, continuous training, and open team communication. So an example of growth is a lot of our medical assistants are looking at becoming nurses. Once they get their license, they get promoted within. So, we promote them. We also provide them resources such as tuition assistance. CHS has opportunities for continuous training such as certification programs and other programs like the methadone program, recertification, and getting certified in CPR and first aid, becoming a certified correctional health professional, the Mosaic program, and participating in the Infections Control Department. CHS has clinical education staff that's dedicated to providing continuous training and execute innovative ways to provide that training. So when you're first onboarded, you'll be training and shadowing with us until you are ready and comfortable. Our culture is team-oriented, therefore open communication is crucial. We conduct roundtables with our staff and leaders, team meetings, and some of our managers like to conduct brainstorm huddles to tackle certain situations together. We value your voice and ideas and promotes our staff to speak up and think outside of the box. So what we offer 10 paid holidays, paid vacation, and sick leave. We have 8 hours of floating day, and we have opportunity to earn recognition leave. We're enrolled in the Arizona retirement system and an opportunity for a savings plan through Nationwide as our IRA. We have up to $5,250 annual for tuition reimbursements. Like I said before, we advocate continuous training and higher education. Of course, we have a competitive mental, dental, vision, pet insurance plan, along with wellness incentive that is $60 a month when completing 3 activities. They're simple activities. I got mine's done early this year. And we also have legal, finance, and mental health counseling. So with our wage, we do have a shift differential rate. So for example, RNs, once 2:30 p.m. Hits, RNs make an additional $2.60. Once 10:30 p.m. Starts, RNs make an additional $4.30. So that includes LPNs and medical assistants as well. How and where to apply. So go to jobs.maricopa.gov and then search for nursing. Let me first say that we are looking for RNs, LPNs, and managers. So, you go to jobs.maricopa.gov, you start your application, you want to create a professional profile and complete the application. Just a tip, we are a application-driven entity. So if you put C resume, we won't consider your application. So you want to fill out the application with your education, your experiences, all of your experiences, your volunteer work, internships, externships, any skills. After the application is filled out, you want to complete supplemental questions, answer them honestly and fully, and then of course attach any correspondences such as your resumes and transcripts, certifications. And then that's the end of my presentation. So I will be at the breakout room. Feel free to contact me or ask questions. Again, my name is Trevor Stokes. I am the HR analyst for Correctional Health Services. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, so that was the end of all of our presentations from employers. I've had a couple people message me and ask, how do I get in the breakout room? We're going to offer the breakout rooms here in just about 3 or 4 minutes. And we'll walk you through exactly how to do that. So all of our employers are hanging on tight so they can host those breakout rooms so you can talk one-on-one. All right, one of our partners for this event was Pipeline AZ, and Jasmine Chamblin is here. She's a customer relations associate, and Jasmine, you've been awesome to work with on this project. Welcome. Can you tell us a little bit about Pipeline AZ?
Yeah, and I'll make this quick. So thanks to everybody tuning in. For those of you who have completed your Pipeline Arizona account, awesome. If you have not, you can visit pipelineaz.com and do that right now. I also dropped that link into the chat. But Pipeline Arizona is the career matching and exploration platform built for the Arizona community. The employers featured here today, you can find on the platform. You can visit their company page and learn about their culture, as well as find their postings on their page as well. So it's very much like LinkedIn. You can learn more about them. You can explore career paths and industries. So if some of the employers here today, some of those positions are fascinating to you, please visit the exploration page. Next slide, Sheila. You can also see real job education and salary data. So if you want to learn more about any of the positions mentioned today, we really encourage you to go to that exploration page. Next slide. Yes, and so once you complete your profile, so for those of you who signed up on Pipeline, awesome, take that next step and complete your profile. This will allow you to match with jobs that have your current skill sets as well as align with your interests. Next slide, please. And so here's a little more detail on how to set up that profile. So you'll go to the top right corner. Once visiting pipelineaz.com, you'll click register. Next slide, please. You'll build your job match profile by clicking on the top part of your dashboard. Next slide, please. And then you can add your education, your experience. You can also add a professional summary. You can also upload additional documents. Next slide, please. So this could be anything, a letter of rec, anything that helps, round you as a candidate or put your best foot forward. We really encourage you to build out that profile as much as you can and want to. Next slide, please. Awesome. And again, you can access your profile anytime. It has a very awesome user experience. So if at any point you want to edit that profile, you can visit the top right corner of your screen and click profile and edit. Next slide, please. Yes, and then top navigation and job search. When you have that opportunity search button, you can search by employer name, job title, even location. So if any of that really determines what you're looking for, go ahead and type that into the navigation search box. Next slide, please. And you also will be matched with a career coach. So upon going on the platform, in that top little notification bar, you can DM your career coach if you need any help, if you're a little confused, if you're not finding an employer that you know is on here. We are here to help you, and so is your career coach. Next slide, please. And that's all I've got for you today. I will drop my email in the chat. It's jchamblin@pipelineaz.com. I'm here to answer any job seeker or employer questions, and we're happy to have you here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine. All right, you guys have been hanging on for quite a long time. I want to go over just a quick couple resources, and then we will get you in your breakout rooms. First of all, Career Connectors has events every single month. The next one is Thursday, July 15th, and we're actually going to do a keynote talk on a behavioral assessment called DISC, and that can help you in your career. We have DES, we also have Express Pros and WealthWave hiring that day. And then July 29th, we're going to actually have a focused event on the sales profession and the client services profession. And so we'll have quite a few employers. A couple of them are listed here there as well, but we'll have many employers. I'm thinking we're targeting 20 for that particular event. So it will be a very large one, panel discussion as well. And then August 12th, we're working on that event and we'll put that out there as soon as possible. One of the other things that we do as a nonprofit organization, we work really hard to provide resources that you need. We have an awesome photographer, Gordon Murray with Flash Photo, that's volunteering his time to travel around Arizona, the Phoenix area, and to take your portrait. So if you need your headshot done for your LinkedIn profile, this is where you go sign up for it at flashphotovid.com/headshots. Gordon he's wonderful, you guys. I can't tell you how many compliments we've had with this service, and it's no cost to you. He does take a donation if you'd like to give a donation, but it is no cost to you. All right, this event will be hosted on our website. This is our homepage under the CC webinars page. You can find this event as well as all of our events from last year. We have content on those events. We also have content in the career chat and the community update. But now that you are part of Career Connectors, we will be sending you an email every Monday with the events that are coming up and the resources to help you land a job in your career that you would like. I want to thank our volunteers today. We have many people that make this program happen. We also have people supporting in the rooms here in just a few minutes in the breakout rooms. So thank you again, virtual handshake, virtual clap for all of those that are helping support our community. I also wanted to give a shout out to our partners on this event. So Pipeline AZ, I meant Jasmine just spoke. Thank you so much for helping with registration and getting people connected to jobs. We also, Arizona at Work, Maricopa County, you guys, we love you. We thank you for helping get all these employers here and connected today. And then Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation and Build Your Future Arizona. Thank you so much for making this program happen. And to all of our employers and panelists, you guys really phenomenal job today. Thousands and thousands